have this man came into this industry having no knowledge about this market. But today is one of the highly sought trainers in the industry. Without much ado, I want us to put in a 555 as to welcome Femolicious. We have him as Femo Dollar, Femo Pounds, Femolicious, Femo. A round of, sir, you can unmute yourself. You are a co-host, so you can unmute yourself.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, sir. Good evening, everybody. If you can hear me loud and clear, type the 555 now. That's what it should be. You know, my normal way of doing it is for you to type 702, but let us use 555 today. So if you can hear me loud and clear, let's make it 555. You guys are welcome. I want to appreciate Mr. Olushola Kupola, a tenacious, unrelenting coach. Today is here, tomorrow is there, next tomorrow is there, he's always there. Okay, I want to appreciate you for your unrelenting efforts to making sure that Nigerians are financially free. All right. I also want to appreciate one of my top leaders, Mr. Kunle Majekodumi. We call him elder. And when there's an elder, when he sits in a place, it sees farther than when you go to go and stand on the tree to see. So I want to appreciate Mr. Kunle Majekodumi also being a father, being an elder, being a coach. All right. Mr. Ido Folani, I'm not sure if he's here yet. 5. All right. I also Mr. Afolabi. That was the person that brought me. All right. And I want to appreciate myself, the one and only Femolicious, Femodollars. Every other Femolicious is a counterfeit. Right? So, if you're excited to be on this call tonight, please let's make it 702 this time around. If you're excited to be on this call, let's make it 702. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. 702 is a wonderful number. All right. So we have a lot to do tonight. And I want to believe you have your pens ready. You have your notepads with you. I'm sure my bosses will be available to assist with questions while I go on with my class. All right, this is what I want you to do. If you have a question, just post it in the chat box. I have my bosses in the house that will help you to attend to them. But if I were you, I would wait till at least I have done 1 hour before you start asking questions. You can pen down your questions, okay? So when it's time, we begin to attend to them. I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful time today again as usual. So let's get straight to business. I want to believe you all can hear me loud and clear. Can we hear me loud and clear? If you can hear me loud and clear, let's make it 207. You can hear me loud and clear, 207. Everybody is a teacher in this class tonight. Thank you, thank you. All right, so let me share my screen and let's get straight to business. Tell me if you can see my screen. I can actually see it because I'm monitoring myself with another laptop. But let me be sure we all can see my screen. If you can see the screen, type 111. If you can see the screen, let's make it 111. I hope that the other people will join us in this class, and I hope they will not miss too much. The coming of the Son of Man will always happen all of a sudden. Many people have been waiting to use African time, but this is just 2 minutes after 9 o'clock, and we have already started work. That is how the Son of Man is going to come. So I'm happy for you that you are here on time. Let's begin to pray the Lord of the harvest to help our other people to join us as soon as possible. Amen. All right, let's move on. So, like Mr. Shola said, the most gullible person in the century is somebody that is unwilling to relent and always learn. Okay? But you have decided to come tonight to learn something new. I came to understand from a friend, he says that there is, the highest portion of investment you can do is that which you do into your own head. All right? The highest portion of investment one can do is investing in his mind, in his head. Right? And that is why we have taken it upon ourselves to be here tonight. Okay, so let's get straight to business. Rich Vision Academy Online Training Day 2. God help me not to be too fast tonight. I remember in our recent classes, people usually said I was fast. Okay, I will try my best to not be too fast. Okay, but you know, something that has been a portion of you cannot easily be changed as a fast talker. So bear with me, just make sure you pay all the attention. If your kids are around, please play some cartoon for them so that they will not distract your attention. If madam is around you, please tell her to excuse you, because if there's no money on the table, there will not be anything called love. All right? So make sure that all distractions are reduced to the barest minimum. I can see somebody showing his video. I can't see his name. Please. I tell P13, please try not to show your video so that you don't come and show us something that we don't want to see. Okay, so tonight we are looking at understanding the basics in forex trading. Understanding the basics in forex trading. Are we together? Are we together? Now let's start with this. Trading doesn't just reveal your character, okay? It also builds your character if and only if you stay in the game long enough. Trading does not only reveal your true nature, it also builds you up if you stay long enough in the trade. All right? What does that mean? There's nobody that lays his hands on the plow. I want to try my best not to be spiritual today. Recently, somebody called me famous scriptures, and I wonder where that one is coming from. Okay? So, trading does not just reveal your character, it also builds it if you stay long in the game. Now, a part of the Bible says something that no man lays his hands on the plow looking back is fit for the kingdom of God. No man lays his hands on trading forex and not doing the drill, going through the training and building himself up, and you last in the whole thing. So you have to talk to yourself to decide to make yourself bend your rules, open your heart to new things, and discover yourself. This trading is going to make you to discover how impatient you can be. It's going to make you discover how strong emotional you can be. It will make you discover how strong you are when it comes to managing your emotions. Okay? It brings a lot of things out of you, and it helps you. I was in a group today, and somebody said, it's like this particular pair has brought out the beast in me. And what did the person mean? It means that now I am no more scared of anything this currency pair wants to do. Are we together? I'm not scared of what this currency pair wants to do, because this trading has made me discover, okay, this is how much I can bend. This is not how much I can stretch. And now I know how this thing behaves. He has discovered himself. And that is what we want to look into tonight. Okay? Let's move forward. Forex trading. Let me be sure you're following me. All right? Let me be sure you're following me. Now, the last place we said, except you stay long in the trade, you will not discover yourself. Please, if you agree with that statement, type discover. Let's see you type discover yourself. Discover yourself. If you agree with that statement, type discover yourself. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. If you agree with that statement, type discover yourself. Somebody is writing on my screen. That is not going to happen tonight. Discover yourself. Tap your screen, you will see participants. Tap on participants, you will see chats. Then you can type whatever you want to type. Right? So let's move on. Thank you, guys. Now let's move to the next page. Okay? I just want to be sure you guys are following me. Now, you are a trader in foreign currencies. As a trader, you are a trader in foreign currency. You are not like Aboki Mr. Danjuma that stands on Allen Avenue and tells you dollar, copper, gold. and they run after you with a calculator. No, you are a professional. You are a consultant. Okay, you are a force to reckon with. You have to understand that. Please stop writing on my screen. Stop distracting our attention. Okay? Stop distracting our attention, please. So let's move on. I said you are a trader in foreign currencies. Okay? This is different from being involved in foreign currency exchange. Don't mix them together. Okay? You are trading currencies. Okay? You are not exchanging it. As a trader, I don't need to have dollar in my wallet to go to the market and look for who is going to buy it. But right on my smartphone, on my device, on my laptop, on my iPad, right, I can do transactions in foreign currency. So that's what makes you different from the person standing on the road and exchanging currencies. You are not an exchanger. You are a trader. You look for best possible opportunities in the market to sell a particular currency to make profit. Okay? That is who you are. Now, to be a successful trader, you need to understand the subject of your trade, right? To be successful in this business, I told some people the last class we had, there's something that is called, what's the name again now? There's this thing, feasibility studies. Okay? I want to go into selling tomatoes. Who are my target customers? Who are the people that are going to consume these things? Am I going to be selling it to kids? Am I going to be selling it to men? Or who are exactly my target customer? As a tomato seller, you are looking forward to selling it to women, to go and cook it for men. Amen? All right? So that's the first thing you want to understand. Okay, who are my target customers? When you understand who your target customers are, you want to understand, okay, where should I locate myself? Where is a good marketplace to locate myself to sell this thing? All right? Those are things you have to put in place before establishing your business. Okay? So also as a forex trader, to be successful in this thing, you need to understand the subject of your trade, which includes number one, what currency will I trade? Are we together? Don't just enter the market because they are trading currencies. Which currency do you want to trade? Is it naira for dollar? Is it coins and shillings? Is somebody getting what I'm saying? You want to understand, okay, which of the currencies am I trading? Which country's currencies do I want to major on and trade? Okay? Let's move on. Now, another thing you want to understand is when should you buy or sell? When should you actually trade? And at what price should you transact this business? As a trader, what is most important to you is having to understand when is best to trade so that you can maximize your profit. There's nobody that wants to go into the market to come and be a Father Christmas. You will not say because you are born again, you will buy something at 25 naira and you're going to sell it at 24. Somebody getting what I'm saying? You want to trade to make a gain. Are we together? Now, if you can answer these questions, okay, then you have a fairly great chance to be successful in this market. Now let's move on. We have a lot of things to cover. Right? Now, these three things I talked about earlier, what currency to trade, when should you buy or sell, at what price should you buy or sell, there are questions you need to understand and know when to apply them, but these are not all that are required for you in forex trading. Okay? You have to know that you should be consistent, profitable, and sustainable as a trader. It do not make sense for you to start a business and not last 3 months. Okay? You want to be consistent with what you're selling. You want to be profitable at that thing you know how to do best. And you want to know how to sustain your business. There are some businesses, when the CEOs of those companies die, that company dies. Okay? But you want to go into this business, making sure that you are consistently trading. The more consistent you are, the more profitable you stand to be. And the more profitable you are, you want to sustain that profit. So you want to keep being profitable over time. Somebody get what I'm saying? So as a trader, what is your major goal apart from knowing what to trade, when to trade, what price to trade, is that how can I be consistent making this profit? If I'm making $100 per day, how can I be consistent at that? If I trade 5 days a week and 4 weeks a month, and I make $100 every day, that is $2,000 in a month. That is somebody else's salary. A bank manager does not earn greater than you. But can I be consistent making that? All right? Now, let's move forward. We shall look at 4 areas in trading tonight that will make you last longer and also grow. Are we together? Now, let's look at another code. Okay? Give me a minute. Give me a minute, please. Are we together, guys? Wow. Okay, so let's move on. Don't ever make the mistake of believing that the market success has to come to you fast. We are so compared with this mentality that if it is not making money now, it is not making sense. But sometimes when you plant a seed, if you are not patient enough to admit the fact that that seed has to first of all die before it now sprouts up and start going into multiples for you, then you're not going to last as a farmer. So don't ever make the mistake that you're going to get rich quick using forex. You will not. You will blow money. You will lose money. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? But the market success will have to come to you by consistent, profitable, sustainable practice of discipline. You stay long enough in the trade, in the game, for you to be able to understand how does this thing work. Now let's come to relationships. I will try my best not to go into other things, but there's no way I will help myself. When you are dating somebody, you don't just come and meet somebody and say, oh, I fell in love with you as love side. That is stupidity, sir. All right? You want to take your time to understand that person, go out with the person on several occasions, take the person out to eat in 1 or 2 occasions, ask questions, understand how that person behaves at different circumstances of life. Then you now come to say, okay, I think with these things I know about this person, I'm convinced that I can marry this person. Are we together? That comes back to trading. For you to go into a business, you will not say because you did not make profit yesterday, you are going to quit the business, sir. It is. Oh, let me not say something that is someone saying. All right? So don't make that mistake of believing that market success will come to you instantly. It is lie of the devil. Trade small, stay in the game, persist, maintain your level of progress. Okay? Then upgrade yourself over time and reach a satisfying level of proficiency. I joined this business about 3 years ago, but I tell you the things I know were not things I knew in a month. I am still learning as I speak with you today. I just came back from a training. By 12 midnight tonight, I'm having another training for people that are better than me. Why am I paying all of these sacrifices to learn, get better over time? It's because I know that if I can get these secrets and manage them and work on myself and persist in the business, I will get better. Do you understand? Let's move. Now, 4 basic trading basics you need to understand. Number 1, item P13. I think you just tap your screen, you see participants. When you tap on participants, whatever questions you have, please type it down. All right? Somebody's going to pick it up and attend to you. And like I said, let's hold on for a while before we begin to ask questions. So now, 4 forex basic, trading basics. Number 1 is your stop loss. Just as the name implies, I want to stop my losses. Because if you come into this place and think, oh, the banks are using this thing and they said this thing is $5.7 billion. It's 5.7 or 7.3 now. Oh, it is $7.3 billion per day now. Oh, so there is enough money to enjoy. Sir, if you come with that mindset and you don't protect yourself from losses, you will understand very soon, in fact, too soon, that the Bible said that be careful, for the devil, your adversary, is roaming about like a roaring lion looking for whom to devour. So you have to always watch and pray. And what is the essence of watching and praying? Your stop loss. When you are driving a car on the road, you want to make sure that you have your fire extinguisher, you have your seat caution, you have your jack, you have your extra tire. Why are you having those things in your car? It is to reduce your losses or stop you from having some losses. Loss of time, loss of car, loss of body, loss of life. Somebody getting my food. Now, we also look at leverages, we look at lot sizes, and we look at pips. This pips is a language we are so familiar with when you start trading forex. I'm going to break it down for us as we move on. All right? If you're following me so far, type discover yourself. Let's do it. Let's do it. If you have been following me, type discover yourself. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Discover yourself. Yes, yes. Discover yourself. Thank you. Now let's move on. What is stop loss? You might want to get your notes and write something down. Okay? Stop loss, as otherwise known by forex traders, called SL. You don't have the time. You don't speak English in forex. You speak money. Okay? But stop loss or SL or stops is defined as an order and instruction that you tell or send your broker to limit the amount you lose on a position or trade. All right? Gone are those days when you want to trade forex, you need the intervention of the middleman. Okay? And in this case, that is the custodian of your money, which is your broker. All right? You give an instruction to your broker that, okay, take this $10,000. When euro has come down to so amount, sell it up for me. And in case people are not buying it, and this thing is getting too long, and it's going against me, cut me out to so level of loss. You give them an instruction. This function is implemented by setting a stop loss level at a specified amount of pips away from your entry. Right? Now, let's look at this screen. Let's look at this picture on the screen. I'll show you something right now. Can we see my red light? Can we see my spotlight? Right, I want to believe we can because I'm seeing it on my laptop here. Now, in forex, when you are buying at a lower price because you have heard or you anticipate or you feel or you sense it that this thing is going to appreciate in price tomorrow. So you want to buy at a lower price so that you don't have to buy it at a higher price tomorrow. Okay, so let's assume that you bought euro against dollar, for instance. You bought euro against dollar and price started moving from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, came down a little. Okay, came down a little, then it moved on because market does not move in a straight line. Came down a little and started moving up again, 7, 8, 9. Now, after this point, you now enter the market. Okay, after this line here, you waited to be sure, okay, it's like this thing wants to buy truthfully. It wants to appreciate truthfully. You now give an instruction to your broker to enter a trade for you or open a position for you at this price, this line here. Okay, now, market started moving up as you have anticipated truly. Okay, you were making profit. You're making profit because you have prophesied it was going to go up and it was going up. Came down a little. Said, oh, village people are beginning to prepare themselves for this. Then it came up again. Are we together? Came up again, and this time around it started coming down. Now, this profit you have made from this point here. Let me show you something. Just a minute. The profit you made from here. Do you see it now? That's the profit you made. Market now moved on. When you entered market, moved on into profit for you, came down a little, your profit reduced, came up again, then it started coming down. When it got to the point where you enter, and it's still going against you, because you expected price to go up and it's coming down. As it's coming down, what is it doing? It is reducing, it is taking away from you, it is making you lose more. You now give an instruction to your broker, please, if this market does not go up and it starts coming down to this level, please close me out of this trade. In loss. That is the meaning of stop loss. Now, imagine if you had not given this instruction to your broker here, and market continues going against you. It keeps taking away your money. So the fact that you have gotten out of the market here has saved you all of this loss. Somebody getting what I'm saying? So The essence of the stop loss is to reduce your losses because you don't know tomorrow. Why do you think some people do HMO? Because they do, today I am healthy, tomorrow I can fall sick. And it might happen at a time where it will be critical and I don't have enough money to take care of myself. But the HMO, I have paid for it ahead of the time, all right? And suddenly something happened and I need medical attention. I can go to the hospital where I have made that contract and I'll go there for treatment for free or for a lower amount. In that situation, you're buying into an HMO has saved you possibility of losses in future. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. All right? So you are saving your capital with a stop loss in case market goes against you because you don't know what will happen in the next minute. Somebody getting what I'm saying? Are we together? Now let's move on. If I'm not careful, we might not finish this class tonight. So I'll just be touching some places. By the time we go into full training or subsequent classes from tomorrow, all right, you're going to understand some more. Are we together, guys? Are we together? If you understand, say, I understand. If you understand so far, say, I understand. Let me give you another illustration. You are going from Yanopaja, for instance, okay, and you are going to Lekki, all right? Now, you have 2,000 naira in your wallet, but one mind is saying, oh, you better hold your ATM because you don't know what will happen. You now took your ATM and put it in your wallet, I mean in your purse or in your bag, and you got on the road, and your car developed a fault. Okay, you need to fix your car instantly, but you didn't plan for that because the car was fine from home. Now you look at your wallet, you only have 2,000 naira cash, and this car has to be fixed for how much? Maybe 10,000. The fact that you had your ATM with you has saved you impending loss of time because now you can now pay for that. Okay, go ahead. Oh, you want to do it for 10,000? Go ahead because you have your ATM. I will transfer to you. So that your ATM in your wallet has prepared you against incontingencies, or is it contingencies they call it? I'm not an English person, mind. Right? You want to prevent losses. Okay? Let's move on, guys. If you are enjoying this class, say thank you. If you are enjoying this class, say thank you. It's not easy to be a teacher. Are you ready? If you are enjoying this class, say thank you. Or I should just pack my load and go on indefinite strike. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. That's just a side attraction. Okay. So the next thing we want to talk about is leverage. Now I'm going to briefly say something about this leverage. Let me see how I can put it. You have a small child, let's say 3 years old boy, and you want to take a stroll with your child. Okay, you as a father, you are 5.7 meters tall, and your kid is less than 1 meter. Now you are taking a stroll with this child. One step you take, for one step you take, how many steps do you think your child will take to catch up? Who can help us? You have a 3-year-old boy, and you are taking a stroll with that boy. You take a step. How many steps do you think that boy will take to catch up with you? Who is helping us? Let's do it. Let's do it. Leave the thank you alone and let's come back to business. All right? You take 4. Somebody is saying 4 already. For that child to catch up with you, he has to take about 4 steps to catch up with your own footsteps. But now, you walking with that child is slowing you down. All right? You walking with that child is slowing you down. What do? You carry him and put him on your shoulders. Are we getting it? You carry that child and put him on your shoulder. For every step you, as the father, take, your child is taking the same step and is seeing and catching up instantly. That is leverage. Is leveraging, is building, is sitting on your own shoulders to see afar. Is someone getting what I'm saying? That is leverage. Now, let's look at the literal meaning. Leverage in forex is the ratio of the trader's funds to the size of the broker's credit. Why do you go to GTB? Oh, I've started again. Why do you go to GTB to go and collect a loan? GTB has enough money than you have. You want to expand your business, and you have to leverage on the wealth of GTP to quickly boost your own business at a portion of interest coming back to GTP for lending you that money. Someone get what I'm saying? That's the thing. You are building on, you are taking advantage of somebody else's power. You are not really taking advantage because you need the consent of that person to take such an advantage. So you are building a ratio of your own funds to compare with the ratio. Somebody is saying he cannot see anything. Please let me help this guy. I don't understand what he means by he cannot see. Because my screen is showing. It's either you log out and log back in. I tell whatever. Maybe you should log out and log back in. Right? So let's move on. Leverage in forex. Or can you hear me actually? If you can hear me, I think just follow what I'm saying. But help me help you. You can log out and log back in. Okay? You can log out and log back in. Alright, let's move on. Leverage is the ratio of a trader. Let me see somebody I can use as an example here. Mr. Afolabi Ajiboye. I want to believe that is a man. Now, Mr. Afolabi Ajiboye has $10,000. I, Femolicious, as an institute and as a broker, I have $1 million. What do you think Mr. Afolabi will do? He will come to my company and say, Femo, please lend me $3,000 more. Because I know that me adding $3,000 to my $10,000 will make me take more opportunities in the market as a bigger size. That means if you have enough capital or more capital than you have presently, you can go to the wholesale shop and tell them, please, I want to buy these phones in bulk. So, you get what I'm saying? So, the more the funds you have, the more your chance of buying more phones in bulk. Are we getting it? So, he has come to me to borrow an extra phone for him to go and get those phones. And by the time he sells and makes profit, he returns my profit to me, my money to me with a little interest on it, but he has boosted his own business, leveraging on the capacity of my own wealth to increase his own wealth. Somebody get what I'm saying? That is leverage. Okay? That is leverage. Now, how does it work? I've just explained it to you right now. Okay, but for example, if a trader invests $1,000 and the leverage is the ratio, remember I said it's a ratio, and you are leveraging on a ratio of 1 to 100. That means that for your own 1,000, you can do 100 times more leveraging on my capacity. All right, by the time you get into the business, you're going to understand how that applies. More precisely, I'm saying that due to leverage, traders are able to trade higher volumes. That was why I came up with the idea of you coming to a wholesale, to a warehouse to come and buy things, but you have come to me to borrow an extra money to buy more from me, or to buy more goods actually. You understand? Now, these are examples of leverages here. Let's assume that you're taking a leverage of 2:1. You are investing a capital of $1,000. That means that you can have purchase power to the tune of 2 times what you are coming with. I don't know if someone is getting one thing. Okay? With a ratio of 2:1, you are leveraging on my ability or my financial expense, okay, to be able to, make more sales, make more purchase. So with your $1,000 capital, you can purchase up to $2,000 goods. My wife is a businesswoman. She goes to the market to go and get things. And at the point where she got to the market, she discovered that, oh, I didn't put this thing in the list of things I wanted to buy. And because she's a consistent customer of that our customer, she tells the customer, please, let me buy so thousands of this more. I will transfer the money to you. When I come to the market, I will come and give you the money. Are you getting what I'm saying? So by that, she has leveraged on the wealth of that customer or that dealer to get more things to be able to pay it back in lesser time. Now she'll go back home and go and sell those things and make profit. Then she comes back to pay your money. That is leverage. I don't know if somebody's getting what I'm saying. Okay, so that is that about that. Let's move on to the next thing. Pips. Pips is a short name for points in percentage. I hope I'm not too fast. Pips is a short for points in percentage. Excuse me, just a minute. Look at it. Points in percentage. Now take note of the first words. All right, that is where the pips come from. Now you might want to put this down. All right, are you guys ready? You might want to put this down. Are we ready? Let me help you. A pip is the shortest possible movement up or down in the prices of currencies in the forex market. As somebody put that down. A pip is the shortest possible movement up or down. All right, in the prices of, okay, let me put it this way, in the prices or exchange rates of currencies in the forex market. Have you taken that? A pip is the shortest possible movement up or down in the prices or exchange rates of currencies in the forex market. Now, when we were younger, a liter of petrol, please, the elders in the house will help me with that. There were some time, I think before the democracy thing came up, a liter was being sold for 57 naira or 53 naira. Okay, let's take it for instance. A liter of petrol was being sold for 50 naira per liter 10 years ago. All right? How much is a liter of fuel today? Who's helping me? I'm not a current person, so somebody should help me. How much is a liter? Who's helping me? Who's helping me? How much is a liter of fuel right now? 145. Now, 10 years ago, a liter of petrol was being sold for 50 naira. Today, a liter of petrol, the same petrol, is being sold for 145. This person that is starting 150, which part of Nigeria are you from? All right, let's say it's being sold for 145. Okay, let's use this 150. Mr. David, we use your 150. Now, 10 years ago, you were buying 1 liter of fuel for 50 naira, and now you are not buying it for 150. How much difference between 10 years ago and now as the price of fuel moved? Who's helping me? How much difference between 2010 and 2019 as price moved? 100. That is the peak movement. All right? It has moved from 1 to 2. That means that the shortest possible movement is what? 1. Somebody getting what I'm saying? For those of us that did physics in school, it is almost the same thing as saying what is the SI unit of. Do you understand? What is the SI unit of this? What is the SI unit of that? Somebody getting what I'm saying? Now, let me remove this guy. I want to believe you are taking these notes down. Let me see if I can move it away from you. Okay. All right, let's move on. Now, look at the picture on the screen here. Can we see it? Assume that the price of GBP is a currency, which is pounds, Great Britain pounds. Assuming that the exchange rate between exchanging Great Britain pound for a USD, for $1 is 1.35361, and the price of USD is 1.35371. What is the difference in this exchange rate, guys? Now, in forex, the pips is actually the fourth digit after the decimal point. For a currency that does not have JPY, a currency pair, we call them currency pair. No simple currency can be exchanged. You cannot exchange naira for naira. Okay? You cannot exchange naira for naira. You can only exchange naira for cedis, naira for dollar, naira for whatever. Okay? But you will see how much is a dollar to naira today. Who can help me? How much is a dollar to naira today? Who is helping us? Let's make it snappy. We are taking too much time on this part. How much is a naira to a dollar today? Anybody? 360. Thank you, Mr. Mike. That means that for one note of dollar, it is worth 360 naira of Nigerian money. So if your brother in US sent you $1,000 and you want to spend it in Nigeria, are you going to spend that 1,000 naira in Nigeria? Yes or no? Are you going to spend the $1,000 in Nigeria? What are you going to use it for? Are you going to go and use it to buy pepper or what? You have to look for where to change the money to our own currency and spend it. Now, when you get to where you want to change that money, okay, they will change it for you at a particular rate. So that means that the price you are buying, for instance, let's say it is 360. Okay, now your uncle sent you $1,000, and a dollar in Nigeria is worth 360 naira. If you convert that dollar that he sent to you to Nigerian money, how much are you worth? Mr. Akinolu, how much are you worth if you have $1,000 converted to Nigerian naira at 360? Please help me. 360K. Are we getting it now? So coming back to where we are, there must be an exchange in prices, and there's a rate at which you can exchange those things. So when price moved from 1.35361 to 1.35371, it has taken a step, a peak. Do you understand it? Now let's move on so that we can cover up tonight. And you know it's not an easy thing to talk. Thank you, Mr. Akinolu. Somebody has helped you out. So let's move on. Right? Now, look at this example here. Lot size, like I said, is the third one. Remember, we talked about pips. We talked about what again? We have talked about two things. Let's look at it. Leverages, stop loss, okay, pips, then lot sizes. All right, lot size, you can write it down, is the amount or the portion of your capital you are willing to expose to the risk of the foreign exchange market. Your lot size is the portion of your capital you are willing to expose to the risk of the foreign exchange market. Because whether you like it or not, every business has its own risk. Simply put, lot size means the order size or contract size. All right? Don't expect a Toyota Corolla, to be using the same tire as a trailer. They used to say to you, do you understand? You have to work according to your size, cut your coat according to your size. If you have $1,000, don't behave like Omo Buhari that has all the Nigerian money in his account. Or don't behave like Davido that has 30 billion in an abstract account. All right? You want to cut your coat according to your size. Let's come back to this example. Let me look for somebody again that we use as, it can't be a scapegoat, but let's see. I'm seeing Mr. Adefimiyo Ajao. Now, Mr. Adefimiyo Ajao, you are going to Epe, all right? And you live at Oshodi. Are you getting it now? Going to Epe from Oshodi is about 4 hours drive. If you are now entering public transport, it's about 5 or 6 hours. All right? Now, you are leaving home. You left home with about 3,000 naira. Okay? Will you pick an Uber ride from Oshodi going to Epe with the amount of money in your wallet? Mr. Definition, let's see your response. Or anybody can take Mr. Definition's position and answer that question. Will you, with 3,000 naira in your wallet, take a Uber ride from Oshodi to Epe? Anybody in the house? Really? Oh. Now, you are not going to take that because the amount you have in your wallet will not carry you anywhere using a Uber ride. So what will you do? You just look for either BRT and you enter 3 or 4 of them. Or you look for normal downfall buses to get to where you are going. You are cutting your coat according to your size. That is lot size. You don't do past your level. Now, if I have $1,000, I cannot take the kind of risk that somebody that has $10,000 will take in this forex market. Are we getting it now? That is what the lot sizes are. All right. It is what determines how much, as a trader, you want to make as profit, because obviously, the more the money you have to expose to the market, the more the risk you take, and the more your risk, the more your chances of making profit. For instance, you have 1,000 naira, and you are going to buy a basket of oranges at 3,000 naira. That means that with your 1,000 naira, you can only buy 1/3 of the basket. Whereas I have 10,000 naira with me. That means that out of my 10,000, I can buy 3 full baskets of the same oranges. But you only buy 1/3. Compare 1/3 to 3 baskets. You are acting based on your lot sizes. Somebody gets what I'm saying? So the more your capital, the more the kind of lot sizes you're going to use. And your lot size will decide how much profit you're going to make, or even your losses. All right? There are 3 types of lot sizes. Number 1, we have the mini lot, which is your 0.01. All right? By the time you come in fully, you're going to understand all of this English. All right? Your mini lot is your 0.01, while your micro is your 0.1, while your standard lot is your 1.0. All right? At 0.01, if you take 10 pips up in a buying market, that is what we mean by going long. If you take 10 pips in a buying market at 0.01, you are going to only make $1. If you lose in a buying market 10 pips, market goes against you 10 pips, you're going to lose $1. Now, Mr. Janle Koko came in and used 0.1. That means that for each pip he makes, he's exposing $1 to the market. But for you that you are using 0.01, you are exposing 10 cents to the market. Okay? So me using 0.01 now means I am exposing what? $1 per movement. And if I make 10 movements or 10 pips loss, that means I'm losing $10 out of my 1,000. But imagine Mr. Janle Koko that is using 0.1, okay, on a small account, and he loses $10. Let's say he has $100 account, and he loses $10, for instance. I mean, 10 pips at 0.1. That means he's losing $10 out of his 100. What does he have left? 90. How many times do you think market will go against him before he blows his account? All right? So you want to be careful with the lot sizes you are using. Don't be greedy in this market. If you are greedy, this market will humble you. All right? Now, if you are using a standard lot size, which is 1.0, that means that for each step you make in the market, you are making $10. And for you to say you want to take a step that will give you $10, what if that market goes against you? That means that one step would lose $10 out of your money. So you want to take risk according to your size. Guys, let's move forward. If you are enjoying this class so far, type 702. We have spent 50 minutes. If you are enjoying this class so far, 702. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. If you are enjoying this class so far, 702. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's move forward. The Lord told Moses, tell my children to move forward. Amen. So let us move forward. Is it Moses now? Anyway. All right, just a minute. Oh, so pardon me, please. All right, so let's move on. Now, look at it. I said we have micro, which is 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, 0. Till you get to 0.09. And look at it. For 0.01 per pip, it's 10 cents. Now, if you take 20 pips at 10 cents, how many 10 cents will make? I mean, how many? How do I put it now? When you have 20 times 10 cents, it's going to be $2 for you. If you have 40 times the same 10 cents, it's going to be $4 for you. If you have 60 pips, it's going to be $6 for you. All right? Now, if you have 0.02 and you take the same number of pips, that means times 2 of what you have. That's what this means. Are you getting the idea now? Don't worry, by the time we go on, these things will be made more simple for us. Okay, I just need to get the scope and the foundation right. Okay, so let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Some basic things you need to understand again about forex is the role of forex brokers, the tools that you use for trading in the forex market, types of analysis that we do in the forex market. Okay, and candlesticks, time frames. The Bible says time and chance happen to them all. I had an experience with somebody, I think yesterday, not yesterday now. I think about 2 weeks ago, there was a particular product I was privy to, and that thing cost a particular amount of money. And I was telling these people, oh, grab your copy now, grab your copy now, grab your copy now. All right? Those people were like basically about it. But by the time they came back and said, oh, God, we are now ready, the thing has increased in price. Time and chance happened to them. And they were like, but you told us the so amount. And I said, that was how many weeks ago? Now, this is now. Okay? So price are different. I mean, it's different. Okay? So you want to understand the role of time. You want to understand what are candlesticks. You want to understand the type of market analysis. You want to understand the tools that we use in trading forex. And you want to understand who are the forex brokers. All right? Is somebody with me? Okay? All right. So let's move on. Forex brokers are firms that provide currency traders, which is you and I trading forex, okay, with access to a trading platform that allows them to buy and sell foreign currency. Remember, I said you are not an aboki man that stands on the roadside selling dollars. You are a professional. You are a guru. Okay, so you want to trade like a professional. And for you to trade as a professional, you need a professional body to be your middleman in between you and the forex market. The forex market is an abstract market, right? Where transactions are done. Okay, so these brokers have the right to stand as middlemen and custodians of whatever you have to do in the foreign market and the foreign exchange market. Okay, a forex brokerage offers you a way to get into the mix with a banking network and purchase a currency pair to hold in an easy manner. These things are straightforward. Before we had forex brokers, we had people wishing to trade forex, and they needed to have large amount of money and a special relationship with the bank before they could be allowed to trade foreign currency. But now, we now have brokers all around, okay, and you can now enter the market and trade using the platform and the access the brokers has given you. So you need a broker. Now, you cannot get an apartment. I believe that God is going to build houses for every one of us. You cannot get an apartment, okay, without passing through an agent, okay, and that agent is going to stand between you and the landlord and tell you this is the price the landlord is wishing to put this house on availability for people that want to rent. Okay, you deal with him, then you can get the apartment. So it gives you access to that apartment, being the middleman, and that's what the broker also does. Now, how do the forex brokers make money? Because nobody want to work for free. Okay, even your agent will tell you he has his own commission, and he will charge you alongside the house rent to pay. Am I right? Somebody following what I'm saying. So, how do these people make their money? Forex brokers make their money by taking a slice of the pie when you make a trade. For instance, you want to buy something on Conga, right? You want to buy something on Conga. By the time you have done your preference and you have picked the particular good you want to buy, then you want to ship it. Conga will not ship it for you for free, yes or no? They will not ship it for you free of charge. You have to pay a fee. Okay? That fee is the benefit for them having to bring that good to you. And don't forget, by the time they want to bring the good, they might have about 5 or 6 other people in that environment that they want to bring the goods to, and they will spend the same amount of energy and money to carry the goods to all of you, but they will have charged all of you differently for that transaction. Okay, so that is how they make their own stipends from this thing. Are we getting what I'm saying? Mr. Chris or Mrs. Chris, if you said you didn't understand the last part of the explanation, which of the explanation are you talking about? I don't know which part. You can see that I've said a lot of things. So be explicit about what you want to be clarified on. Right? So let's move on, guys. I'll be expecting your response, Mr. Chris or Mrs. Chris. Okay? So when you make a trade, the forex broker charges you a few pips before actually putting your trade on the market. All right? They charge you a part of your money for taking responsibility to expose or to make a deal in the forex market on your behalf. They are not the one entering the market. Somebody standing in between you and your transaction. All right? So they have to charge you for that service. If you immediately close your trade, the forex broker collects the profit between the market price and the price you paid. Okay? And this is called the spread. Now let's put something down. Let's put something down. Are we ready? A spread the gains and losses on lot sizes. Gains and losses on lot sizes. How do I put it now? We have different types of lot sizes. Okay, we have the 0.01, which is the micro. We have the 0.1, which is the macro, and we have the mini. Sorry, we have the mini, and we now have the standard lot size. Okay, that was why I used the illustration of you can compare the price of the tire of a motorbike to the size and price of the tire of a Toyota Corolla. Neither can you consider, compare the price and size of a Corolla to a tipper or to a lorry or to a bus. They are all sizes. Okay, so now imagine, God forbid, imagine that a bike runs over your leg. Imagine the weight and the pain you are going to feel. Now compare if it is a car that runs over your leg. Imagine the weight and the pain you're going to go through. Now imagine if it is a truck that runs over somebody's leg. Let me not say your leg. Do you understand? So the higher or the bigger your lot size, the higher your chances of making profit or losses. If you are in the wrong side of the market and you are using a lot size, your losses will be increased because you are in the wrong side of the market. And if you are in the good side of the market, your profit will also increase. It's as simple as that, Mr. If you understand. So let's come back to spread. I wanted us to write something about spread. The spread is the difference. Are we together? The spread is the difference between the buying price and the selling price of a currency pair. The spread is the difference between the buying price and the selling price of the currency pair. Okay? So when you place a trade and you close it immediately, these people will have to charge you for the price which they are bargaining in the market and you did not wait to get it. All right? They must take their own part away. Whether you win or lose a trade while trading, the forex broker will continue to make a profit on the difference between what you pay and the actual market price. If your Samsung phone on Tonga is 100,000, you are not going to pay 100,000 exactly. When you know you're going to ship that stuff down to where you are. Okay? So there must be shipping fees. Just a minute, please. Okay. Sorry for the break in transition. I need to quickly attend some. All right, so I want to believe you understood what explanation I just gave us now. All right, we have just spent 1 hour. Let's see how we can manage another 30 minutes and finish up this class. Now, there are tools in trading forex market. We have only told you the responsibility or the job of your broker. They are the middlemen between you as the end user and the foreign exchange market, bargaining on your behalf and making their own little profit as commission for trading on your behalf or bargaining on your behalf. Now, the profit comes to you, but they have to make their own part of the profit. Do you understand? Now, there must be tools. Remember, I said that your broker will give you a platform where you partake in the trading and exchange of currencies. It doesn't mean that there's a market they have. There's nothing like a Aladdin market, OCD market, or whatever market. Okay? But there's a platform, abstract platform that you can use to trade foreign exchange. Okay, so there are tools we use, and these tools for trading foreign exchange market can be quite. Oh, sorry, trading in the foreign exchange market can be quite challenging for both a novice and even for seasoned traders. Yeah, that is very true. Please, does that mean the broker will take all the profits on the set trade? If you listen very carefully, I said if you close a trade too early, let's go back to that trade. Let's go back to that slide. Whether you win or lose, why trading? No, it is this one. If you immediately close your trade, if you immediately close your trade, the forex broker, you have not started making profit, but you quickly close your trade after the man has gone into the market, he will charge you. So that means a portion of your money will be taken for jumping out of the trade even before the contract was sealed. Are you getting it? For instance, you want to go and get an accommodation. Some agents will tell you to fill a form and they will charge you for that form. If by the time they now take you around to check those apartments and you don't like them and you don't end up taking those apartments from them, will you collect the money for the form back, Mr. Akinoli? Will you collect the money for the form back? At least they did not give you the apartment. Do you now understand? I'm glad you understood it well. So that is their own fee for at least taking it upon themselves to even look for opportunities for you in the first place. All right? So let's move on. Just a minute, please. Just a second. Let's move on. Yeah, sorry for the break in transmission. Let's move on. Please, if you are not tired of this class, type 222. If you are not tired of this class, type 222. Yeah, Mr. Ralph, Chukwemeka, Falabi, Blessing. All right, let's move on. So, trading in foreign exchange market can be quite challenging, like I said. That is why you need uh, some decision-making skills and a level of success to be attained. You need some tools that will fast track or that will make your trading a little easy for you. Okay, Mr. Suru Dollars, their names and their names. Mr. Suru Dollars only Suru. Please type in the chat box whatever the issue is. You will now use Suru to attempt your issue. All right, so let's move on. Now, I said there are tools that you can use, and these tools will help you to facilitate and determine profitable entry and exit points. Okay, this includes the following: the MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. That is a tool. Like I used to tell my students, the MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5 is a tool that gives you access to the platform, trading platform. All right, it is not actually the forex market. It is just a channel or a platform where transactions are made. Chidinma Stella, please let this be treated through teachable. Honestly, I don't understand anything here. Okay? I don't expect you to understand everything now. This is just an introductory class. Just open your mind and follow. All right? Mr. Kayla Chidinma, why this thing is looking strange to you is because you are still very new. That was why I said open your mind to this thing. You are going to get it. Time. Right? So let's move on. You need a MetaTrader 4. That is the hub or the tool with which you can trade in this foreign exchange market. All right. You also need an online trading tool like the Trading View. Trading View is an online tool that you can also use to analyze your market and trade. You need to be privy to economic news calendars like the Forex Factory. This is where you get the news stream of events happening in some countries as they affect the currencies of those countries. If boys go to break pipeline in the Niger Delta, don't you think it's going to affect the economy of Nigeria? You understand? Are we getting it now? So, give me a minute. Okay, so let's move on. You also need the forex calculator, time zone converter, specialized supporting tools like the Harmony scanner is a software and a tool that people in high markets like use to trade and make some good money. All right, let's move on. Let us move on. This class is recorded. I'm sure that we will be able to get the recording, watch these things over again, and by then it will make some sense to us. Okay? So, not to worry. Give me a minute. All right. So let's look at the types of analysis in foreign exchange trading. Remember, I told you that when you are going into a business, you want to analyze that trade. What kind of produce or goods or services do I want to render? Okay. You want to understand that. You want to now look at it. Okay. Where should I locate my market? What strategy should I use to pass the information around that I am selling so? That's why you see some people when they start a new business, they get a DJ that will blast the whole community just to create an awareness. It's a strategy. It's a strategy that came after analyzing the environment and seeing, okay, how can I best take advantage? This thing is a skill. It's a skill set and a business that you need to really understand how to position yourself and make more. All right. Now, we have three types of analysis. Number one is the technical analysis, and this relies on past price movement. You will see every day on your news, after the basic news have been read, they will now go to currency news and tell you, okay, Unilever made so in stocks today, and Dangote made so loss today. This person, these are what relying on price movement. That price fell from so level to so level. These data are collated and they help you to understand, okay, how strong is Dangote, how strong is whatever company, and it helps you to predict how to best take advantage of these companies going forward. All right, traders focus on charts of price movement. Our charts, let me see if I can show you something that looks like it briefly. I'm sure that some people will be more confused when they see what I'm about to show them. Just a minute. Okay, can you see what is showing on the screen? Oh, it's not showing. Okay, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me see. I want to show you what these things look like. Are we together, guys? Are we together? Okay, coming up now. This is what it looks like. And I know some people will be scared looking at this. But I tell you, this is where the money is. And our job is to teach you how to analyze this market based on these charts. Remember, we talked about candlesticks. These are representations of candlesticks. Okay? We are still going to discuss them as we go forward. But as you look at this thing, this is money moving in the forex market. All right? Don't be confused. Let not your heart be troubled. Believe in God and believe also in me. Amen. Let's move on. So let's come back to where we used to be so that we can move on to where we want to be. Right. Let me share my screen once again. Okay. So coming back to the chart, I believe you can see my screen. Now, technical analysis has to do with those price actions as shown on that chart that I showed us. Now, another kind of analysis is called the fundamental analysis. Give me a minute, please. Called fundamental what? Analysis. Give me a minute, please. All right, let's move on. So, fundamental analysis relies on current factors happening in countries as they affect their economies. That was why I gave us the illustration of what if guys go to break pipelines. It's going to affect our oil transactions. Do you understand? So that is why I brought that example up. Give me a minute, please. All right, let's move on. So when Theresa May was having the issue with Brexit, it had effect on the Great Britain pound and also some other currencies. Okay, so you want to understand, okay, when we're doing election, for instance, you know that there were some days that transactions were, when the first election was cancelled or was it shifted or postponed, they affected a lot of things in market, even in our economy. But a lot of people had to travel down from several places to left their businesses and a lot of things, okay, to come to vote whenever they wanted to vote. All right. And when that thing was disrupted, it affected a lot of their businesses. Okay. So the next one I want to look at is analysis based on sentiment. You know that every 4 years in Nigeria there must be election, and there are things that happen around those times. You know that at this time of the year we should be eating corn or maize as we recall. These are analysis based on what sentiments. There are things that we understand. Okay, this is how this thing behaves. This is how things happen at this point in time. All right. So we also take those things into consideration. And let's move on. So which type of analysis is best? Let me be honest with you. All the analyses are wonderful. Work with whichever one suits you. Some people are fundamental analysts. Why some people trade technical analysis? Why some people trade um, sentimental analysis? This is how this currency behaved 2 years ago when it comes to this point. It's going to behave like that again. Oh, presently, US is facing so challenge and it's going to affect so. You understand? Those are sentiments and they all affect the market as it will be. So let's move on. Now, candlesticks. Candlesticks are just representation of price movement. Are we together? Candlesticks are representations of price movement in the foreign exchange market. When price moves from level A to level B, it is represented by bar charts for those of us that do uh, statistics in school. Okay, it is represented by bar charts. But those bar charts are actually candles drawn like candlesticks. Right? Let's move on. Now look at it. What is a candlestick? A candlestick is a type of price chart used to display the high, the low, the opening and closing prices of a currency over a specific period. Let me come again. The candlestick is a type of price chart used to display the high, the low, the opening and closing prices of a commodity or currency over a period of time. All right? Now, look at the screen. Let me show you something. For those that have issues trying to understand what we have said, by the time you get into this thing full time, it will be more clear to you. Don't have this impression that they said, hey, forex is a very difficult thing. And when you have that mind set, there's nothing I want to say that you understand. But just come with an open mind and I tell you what I have made to do. All right? This thing is paying bills. Okay? So this is where your banks are making all the profits they are making and they're giving you stupid. Okay? So you need to understand the secret behind the wealth of this people. The Bible says, I am the Lord that teaches you to make wealth. This is where wealth is. All you need to do is to open your heart to the teachings of the Lord. Amen. Now you have your high price, and for this candle, you have your candle closes here. This is the highest price it came, and this is the body of your candle. If you look at it very well, this looks like the body of the candle. This looks like a wick of the candle where you light up. Okay. Now this is the lowest point of the image. This is where this candle opens. Your candle, your buying candle, opens at the bottom, closes at the top because you expect price to do what? To appreciate. Can you see me moving gently up? You expect price to appreciate. So you open your market here and it appreciates and you close out here. But it actually got to this point, but came down to close at this point. Now for a sell candle, this is also the high price that it got to. And this is the lowest price it got to. Okay? But this is the body of your candle. Now your candle opens at the top for a sell. Your candle opens at its top and sells, it depreciates in value. Okay, can you see me moving down gently? It depreciates in value and closes here. And you can see the wrote bearish candlestick, bullish candlestick. Let me come over it again. Your bullish candlestick, which is your buying candlestick, opens at the bottom because you are buying at a lower price because you are expecting price to appreciate. And price opens here and appreciates gradually. Okay, he appreciated to this high point here, but reduced in value a little and close out here. That is for a buying candle, for a bullish candlestick. Now, for a selling candle, market opens here, and because you are selling, you sell off at a high price because you are expecting price to depreciate, and you don't want that thing to depreciate while still with you. So you sell at a high price, and price begins to depreciate, depreciate, depreciate. Depreciate to a point where you close out in profit. All right, that's why we have these pictures here. Okay, the candlestick is a type of price. I've said that a lot. Now it originated from a Japanese rice merchant, and traders that use it to track market prices daily. Okay, now a wide part of the candlestick is called the real body, and this tells investors whether closing at a higher price or lower price will make some sense. Okay, by the time you come in fully, these things will be made more explicit. So don't bug yourself too much about trying to understand it. You just need to have an idea of how this thing works. Okay. Another thing we need to understand is the long and short bodies of candle. A long white candle here, for instance, shows strong buying pressure. This could also be green in some cases. Some people prefer to have their buying candles green and their selling candles red. Okay, but like I told you in the former page, your buying candle opens at the low and closes at the high, while your selling candles opens at the high and closes at the low. Okay, so when you have short candles versus long candles here, what does that signify? This indicates that prices advance significantly from the open, right, from here now to the close, and the buyers were aggressive. That is for the long white. While the buyers aggressive, they kept winning the battle to this point. They opened up here, entered the market, and started pushing market up. They pushed it up to this point. Sellers pushed them down a little, but they still won the battle. You understand? All right. Now, the long black candle shows strong selling pressure. That means that the sellers were in charge. They pushed price down. Okay. But the shorter one shows that there's no much struggle in the market. All right. So let's move. Please do not bug yourself much with trying to understand everything at once. Okay. Now we also have long versus short shadows. Now this is a shadow, and you can see that the shadow here is long. Here the shadow here is a long lower shadow. This one is a long higher shadow. All right. Now candlesticks with long upper shadow or short lower shadows. You can see long higher shadow here. Oh, somebody saying I'm too fast. Oh my god. I wish I can talk slowly. Okay. Candlesticks. All right. When you have the long, you can see that Formerly, I was talking about bodies. Give me a minute, please. I am looking for my cursor. Wow. Okay. Now, remember that in the former pages, I was talking about the bodies. Now, this is a shadow of the body. Okay. Now, when you have your shadow or wicks, as the case may be, longer here, it means that buyers dominated the market during the session, but however, the sellers pushed the price down. And that is why you see that for market to have gotten, just a minute, I'm looking for my cursor, I see my cursor. Okay, all right. Market actually got to this point. Market rose to this point, and that means that the buyers were in charge because we are buying because we expect price to appreciate, and price actually appreciated to this point. But the sellers are not in the market to come and be looking, so they push price down. You understand? Give me a minute, please. So they push price down. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kule, for that. This class will always be repeated every fortnight. That means another 2 weeks from now, I'm going to repeat this class. 2 Tuesdays from now. Thank you very much, Mr. Kule, for that. So, market close up. Don't really understand why my cursor is disappearing. Right? So, market rose up. The buyers were in charge. Then all of a sudden, the sellers started gaining strength and pushing the buyers back. Pushing the buyers back. And market data closed here as a sell. Now, for this long lower shadow, market was buying. Okay? I mean, sorry, market was selling down. It sold. Market sold to this level, but the buyers now gained strength and pushed market back up. Okay? That is where you have this kind of scenario. Buyers in control. When you see this kind of situation, buyers are in control. When you see this kind of situations in the market, sellers are in control. Now, when you see this kind of shapes or structures, there's no one in control. You can see that they had equal strength and equal weaknesses. Equal strength, equal weaknesses. But here, you see that the sellers pushed market down. Sellers were in charge here. Market opened here and closed here. They were more in charge here too. Okay? Don't worry yourself. You're going to get all these things as time goes by. Now, time frames. Very, very important. Time frames refer to the period that a forex broker chooses to operate in. Time frame refers to the period that a forex trader chooses to operate in. We have several time frames in the forex market. Let me ask us a question. What is the time frame? Okay, thank you, sir. What is the time frame between one election and another election in Nigeria? Who can help me? What is the time frame between one election and another election in Nigeria? Are we together? 4 years. That is time frame. What is the time frame between conception and delivery for a human being? Who's helping us? What is the time frame? Thank you. So we are looking at conception for human beings, and that's why we know, okay, it is 9 months. So that means that when the woman conceives, you begin to count 9 months between the conception period and when she delivers. That is the time frame you choose to operate in at that point in time. Okay? So as a forex trader too, there are time frames of operating in the forex market. Okay? And we have the 1 minute time frame. Let me see if I can write something on the screen. We have the 1 minute time frame, and we represent it by, oh, sorry. We represent it by M1. Okay. We have the 5 minutes represented by this. We have the 15 minutes represented by this. We have 30 minutes represented by this. We have the 1 hour represented by this. We have the 4 hours represented by this. We have the daily represented by this. And we have the weekly represented by this. And we have the monthly represented by this. We also have the yearly. Okay, so that means that if I'm looking at M1, I'm looking at activities of market or price in the market in the last 1 minute. Oh, okay. I just got your message. Let's do that. From the Carlos, that should be here. So for those of us screenshotting, please let's be snappy about that. Okay, right? I believe we are done. Let's move on. So like I said, we have the M1. Oh, can you see the time frames now? M1, M5, M15, M30, H1, H4, E1, W1, and monthly. These are 10 things we have. So that means that we can consider, we can choose to operate in any of these time frames. That means we study and take decisions based on the activities of the price at those time frames we are looking at. With these 3 points of mine, guys, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that trading forex is a new skill entirely that can actually make you a consistently profitable trader, and you will not be able to say yes at everybody. All right? You'll be able to command finances, command wealth, when you sit down to learn this skill. I personally want to tremendously appreciate you for your patience and your listening. Please, we have about um, 25 more minutes to ask questions. Thank you and God bless you. So let's have your questions and use the chat. right? So the floor is open for questions. If you have questions on what we have talked about, questions, questions, questions. Okay? Since I'm not seeing questions, oh, Mr. Abayam, you may ask your questions before I say we should forever remain silent. That's just a good thing. All right, go ahead, Mr. Abayam, type your question. Let's have it. Mr. Kukola, are you still around? How do you calculate pips and lot sizes and take profits? That is a little more advanced. I'm sure tomorrow's class or Thursday's class should cover that question. So please, you don't want to miss tomorrow, you don't want to miss the remaining classes for the week. I'm sure one of the classes is going to attend to that question. Right? Um, Stella, I'm sure you are still a little bit confused. How do you use the MetaTrader 4 on your mobile phone? The first thing is you want to go to your Play Store, type MetaTrader 4 and download it. Tomorrow's class or Thursday's class will explain how to do that. I know one of the classes will pick up for that question, so you don't want to miss any of these classes. Right? Mr. Hollins, I see you. Okay. I'm not seeing Mr. Popola around. I want to unmute Elder Kunema Jokotini as I round up for the night. Mr. Kunesa, you have the floor. Okay, somebody is saying I should show the council again. I mean, candle again. I'll do just that. Mr. Kunle, please, you are unmuted, sir. Okay, so let me go back to the candles. Okay, let's start from here. So please do your screenshots. Mr. Kunle, are you there, sir? That's it without the candles. Okay. Once again, I want to appreciate everyone for making it to this class. This class continues tomorrow. Okay, someone is saying the difference between the long and short term is just a minute. All right. So once again, let me check if Mr. Shula is here. Sakule, are you available? Okay, so I think we will have to call it a night. I appreciate everyone for showing up in this class. Please don't let us miss tomorrow's class and Thursday's and Friday's class. Okay? I'm sure the majority of our questions, someone is asking for you to do. Well, um, get in touch with the person that invited you if there's going to be a YouTube video. Personally, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to place this recording on YouTube, but you'll definitely get it if needs to be contacted. Right? Okay, Mr. Kule, you are free now. Mr. Kule, are you there, sir? Right. I think you'll have to call it a night. God bless you. And then please go through the skills we have studied tonight. And please don't miss this same class at 9 p.m. tomorrow. Same link. Okay, Mr. Kule, are you there, sir? Oh, the network is very bad. I think I can see the network is extremely bad. So please, guys, tomorrow we are going to meet again. This evening for another topic or a continuation from where I have stopped. Thank you once again, and God bless every one of us. Truly.